For the first time since last week's explosion at Midwest Industrial Asphalt in La Crosse, we get an up-close look at the tank that went up in flames.
And we get a better idea of just how authorities were able to contain the burning fuel. News 8's Mark McPherson toured that site today. He joins us now with more. Mark.
Guys, when fire crews arrived on scene to find the 40-foot fuel tank in flames, they immediately talked about ways to contain the chemicals inside. But some of those containment measures were already in place, built at the same time the tanks were, specifically for these types of emergencies. A half-melted steel tank is all that's left from a fuel explosion that could have been much worse.
We can assure everybody that everything here is secure. There's no danger to anybody.
This 40-foot steel structure carried 7,000 gallons of flammable liquid when it exploded. But even before fire crews reached the site, the emergency was already being contained.
You can see how it's kind of graded.
Because the structure is built to handle dangerous chemicals, it's also built to contain them when something goes wrong. For instance, surrounding the tanks are pits built to collect runoff.
Any of the tanks within this facility would be essentially contained within this earthen dike here. So a spill from that would actually flow into here.
Because it's near the river, there are boats waiting nearby and floats that can contain surface spills. Even the top that blew into the air during the explosion worked as it should.
The fact that the explosion was funneled upwards and dispersed through the air, that's a design. If it would have been a horizontal explosion, we would have seen a lot more damage. Probably greater injuries. You would have seen more localized damage in the community as far as windows being possibly broken.
The company says everything looks like it worked the way it should, but while they look into why the tank blew, they're taking a closer look at how they handled the blast.
When this process is over, I'm sure we'll learn a lot and we'll be a better company because of it.
Now, as you probably saw from the video, there are 7 tanks clustered very close together. They are all shut down right now until investigators find out exactly what happened. As for that cause, that could take several more weeks. The fire department, Midwest Industrial Asphalt, and the insurance company are all running investigations.
All right, thank you, Mark. One worker suffered minor burns during that explosion.
And he was treated and released and is back at work cooperating with investigators.